JavaScript is one side, and after that HTML is another side. Based on user interaction, how can you run a loop? And after running the loop, we need to display some data in browser. So one example was like this. The same thing we have written in this way. Console.log we have written something like this. After that, first data we have sent to the console. While sending the data to console, we have sent all the inputs together, something like this. Let me come to the browser. It was something like this. 1 to 10 all was going to the new line. But when the matter will come in to print in the browser. So print in the browser, first we have to think, okay, how you can print in the browser. So for that inner HTML is required. Next, some place is required where you will print it. Then again in the browser, all should not go in the same line. Line breaks should happen. So for that we follow the BR here. Now I'll enable this line. In that first it says one variable is declared. After creating the variable, loop is started from 1 to 10 it will go. And inside that, within the data variable, you are concatenating the value of I. And after that, you are appending the BR in the last. BR, 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 we are appending in the. So it's happened like this, double BR I have given. If I go to the browser and print is the inner text. In inner text, you will come to know, okay, how we are forming the HTML. Inner text I follow. Now, if you look here, inner text 1 double BR, 2 double BR, 3 double BR, 4 double BR, 5, right? So double BR 6. So double BR is generating after every number. So inner text display directly in the text format. Now at the same time, if you use the inner HTML, then it will display the value of the BR. BR will break the line. HTML will get start parsing by your browser. You can see now what is happening. It's look like this. You can see all the numbers are printing in the new line. You can create next file. This file will leave. Try next file, and from there it will continue. Okay, so which editor we follow? We will follow the VS Code now. You can open your VS Code editor to create a folder called data binding. Data binding. Create a folder data binding. Anywhere in the system. VS Code you have, VS Code editor. Any other editor? You can use Notepad++. Okay, so the people have the VS Code. They will open the VS Code editor and go to your file. From there, you select the data binding folder. The data binding folder you have created. Open the data binding folder. Select like this and open here. I'll guide you again. You can go to the file. In file you have option called open folder. From open folder, you can select your JavaScript folder, go under the JavaScript folder, and then you will have called basic, this one, data binding folder. You will click on data binding folder, and then you will have option called select folder. Select that. That will get loaded here. The data binding folder will get loaded in the VS Code. data binding folder will get loaded in the VS Code. So hope your folder is loaded in VS Code. I am recording in my system. Next, you will create next file, data binding 5.html. Data binding 5.html. Data binding 5.html. In data binding 5.html, you follow the HTML head and open the script. You will go for the body tag. In body tag, h1 JavaScript and array, not JavaScript and array, JavaScript and loop. JavaScript and loop. Write one button that will print 1 to 10. Write one button that will print 1 to 10. Write second button that will print 10 to 20. Print 10 to 20. Write third button that will print 1 to 30, even number. Write next button that will print 10 to 30. I have written it should be 1 to 30. Print 1 to 30, odd number. Okay, so this is all are the example of loop, for loop. How to run the for loop, how to collect the data and display inside the page. We can use one division tag here where you are going to bind this data container. Inside the container, JavaScript will send the data. By default, no record we can write here. By default, no record. Next, after that, based on button click, some kind of event will get fired, and that event will call the JavaScript, and inside that we will write the loop and all and will process the data in the browser. You will append the data in the HTML. So first button click, on click, call a function call one. Second on click, call a function called 2. Third on click, call a function called 3. Next on click, call a function called 4. Okay, so write these 4 functions. After that, in function number 1, you are going to use, okay, function 1. Inside the function 1, we required one variable as a data that is going to hold all the contents generated by this function. This function will generate some content that will store under the variable called data. Okay, next write here for variable I start from 1, I less than equal to 10, then I plus plus we will do. Next inside under the data variable, data plus equal to data plus I, and data plus equal to I. Both are going to do the same thing. So if you write the second line here, the length of the code will get reduced. First line will increase little length. Okay, it's like a equal to a plus b formula. So variable data is going to hold data equal to data plus I. Under the data, what was by default? Nothing. Now what will happen in the first iteration? The value of I will go to the data variable. Again second loop will happen. The value of I again will go to the data variable. Third loop will happen. The value of I will go to the data variable. So data variable will become a container where the value of I in each iteration 1 to 10 it will generate, and 1 to 10 will keep assigning to data variable. Finally, once you print the data variable, it will give the collection of 1 to 10 that is generated by the loop. So inside you are not printing. Instead of printing inside, just you are collecting and keeping in one place. And once the loop get terminate, you will be printing all the values. So we'll go here and we'll follow the second line, or maybe you can follow the first line also, okay? Right. So let's go here. Data equal to data plus I. So what it will hold? It will hold only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will print all the number in the same line. So we'll see first document dot get element by ID. In current page we have an element that ID is called container. Under that container, using inner text you are sending this data variable inner text. So 1 to 10 it will generate, and it will keep storing under the data variable, keep appending under the data variable, and finally once the loop get over, so what will happen? It will print you the value of 1 to 10. It will print you the value of 1 to 10. So something like, okay, so first to write it, in the run menu, under the run menu, you have option called run without debugging as well as start debugging. Two option is there. So we can run first second option directly, since the code is not such a big code. You will select the Chrome directly, it will open in Chrome, and there it will give us something. So list of numbers will come. Click here. 1 to 10 will print in the same line. 1 to 10 it will print in the same line. Little formatting is required. Little design point of view also will do some changes. Check now. So hope you are getting 1 to 10. 1 to 10 should come. That is not difficult line. In that we are going to append with the HTML now. So since the number you are generating that becomes the output, but it should be little formatted output. So what we'll do is we will push inside a p tag. We'll push inside a p tag. P tag. P tag open and p tag close in the last. And inside the p tag you will pass the value of I. P tag is open, P tag is closed, and in between you will pass the value of I. Paragraph is a block level element that you know well. When it will come to the browser, it will not print in the same line. It will print in the new line by default. Okay, paragraph is a block level element. It will print in the new line by default. Check now, inner text. Inner text will be displaying the paragraph directly. It will not display the value of paragraph. It will show just like a text. P tag open, P tag close. Under the P tag, we are appending the value of I. Now, what this value of I will do? It will give you 1, 2, 3, up to 10 it will go. Something like this. Inner text we have used. So, it's generating the paragraph and displaying in the form of paragraph directly. So, when we generate the HTML code as well as text in the JavaScript, inner text will not help you. Since your content is holding some HTML code, so instead of inner text, you must write the inner HTML. You must write inner HTML. Inner HTML will be converting the p tag into the p mode, and after that it will print in the new line all. Take once should print 1 to 10. It should print 1 to 10 in the new line. You can let me know also in the chat. Next function is to print 10 to 20. I hope you can try that. Everything will be same. Starting and ending will get changed. The function will be function 2. Try once. So, this file extension is do not give any extension. No, that is save no .html. .js is not into the HTML code. It should be .html. Let it open desktop. Real file data .html. What is using HTML file in that and in beginning of the beginning something is not open properly in close line number 12. and it has to close curly bracket. After that, this loop is the for loop. This is the function. After that, again, remove this function. And body tag has to open. This should close in the last. And so in the beginning of the this wise so in this color combination look like different. There are ones. You should not select the language. Same. You 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 current part. It's coming directly the same number. Okay, because we have made some high experimental. Speed and this year, we find the thing, and student five, this is the so this one we wrote just maybe text. No, this all of it on. This will be a button. Printing that is coding the
Hi, sir. Uh, Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
you know this all just like the text. This multi-level files are open. You need to look at them. You can follow the same problem. First, you close your all unusual files. First, close all unusual files. Not working, there is a two line. One is this line. Replace your button. And another one is this script part. Okay. Or let me send you all the code. This is entire code. Okay, we have written the same code even yesterday also. So out of this many, only two people are writing the code. See, if you reply on time, then it is helpful for you that I will understand your quiz is working or not working. If you will not reply, then I'll go in my speed. I will write, I'll run, write, run, write, run, and it will be the loss for you indirectly. See how much effort I put. I write the code, I speak. Writing and speaking both I do. Correct or not? Just time to time you need to say yes or no so that it will be helpful for you to guide. Okay, fine. Go ahead. Write the next function. Function 2. Function 2, we can write like this. Create again a variable. Data is a empty variable. Okay. Function 2 data is a empty variable. For loop will start here again. For loop where I equal to 1, I less than equal to, it's not like I 1 to 10, it should be between 10 to 20. So where I equal to 10 we have to write, I less than equal to 20, then I plus plus will happen. Okay. Again inside this similar data plus equal to will open the p tag, and inside the p tag will inject the value of I, and again will close the p tag so that this element will be end here. Finally, at the end of the loop, when the loop will get finished, document dot get element by id, which id, again container. Under the container, you will follow the inner HTML, container dot inner HTML equal to similar variable, again I will write called data. Right? So loop, what it says, loop says like when you are going to generate some similar types, when you are going to do the similar type of task again and again, you should not write paragraph 20 times manually. Give the task to system, system will take care and it will give you the respective output, whatever you want. Okay, so this is not difficult code that what you have gone through in the past. Function you have seen, loop you have seen separate, function you have seen separate, JavaScript you have learned separate, event you have learned separate. Now you are combining all together. Okay. This example is not like everything you have combined together, everything you have written together. First, I have given the idea, function how to write. Then you have gone through complete loop, how it works, for loop. Then you have seen separate event, what is that, how it works. Separate, you have seen HTML. Now you are combining together. Why error will come? Plus, plus you are writing, you have seen already what is the meaning of plus, what is the meaning of comma. Okay, please write it and check again. 20 to 30 is printing or not, 10 to 20. One is 10 to 20, second is 20, 10 to 1 to 10, 10 to 20. Right. Next, after this, function 3 says like 1 to 30 only even number. 1 to 30 only even number. 1 to 30 we need to print only even number. So function 3 will come. Function 3 will come. In function 3 you will write loop only, but with the if condition. Loop you will write with if condition. If variable I equal to 1, let it be variable data equal to empty variable. Okay, now write a loop below for it is 1 to 30 even number. Let's start with the where I only equal to 1, I less than equal to 30 you give, no problem. Then I plus plus you do as usual. But it will print all 1 to 30. We don't want 1 to 30, we want only even number. If condition you can write inside, and under the if condition you can write if I mod 2 and then remainder is 0. The value of I will be 1, 1 mod 2 remainder is 0. Then it will become as a 2, 2 mod 2 remainder is 0. If yes, then what to do? If yes, then data plus equal to in a paragraph pass the value of I and paragraph store under the data variable. Paragraph store under the data variable. Data plus equal to P, right? So inside data variable, we are pushing the value of I, but directly I is not going. I is going with the value with the AP tag. For every loop, every loop, it check like the value is even or odd. If the value is even, then create a paragraph and push the paragraph under the data variable. If the value of I is if the value of I is even number, then push inside the paragraph and paragraph is stored under the data variable. So it will not print all the value. It will print only those value that is the even. Now right here, a line document dot get element by ID, which ID? That is called as a container again. We have a container element inside the page. There using inner HTML you are assigning the content called data. Check now function 3 what is print. Function 3 will print only the even number between 1 to 30. 1 to 30 only even number is going to print. 1 to 30 only even number it's print. Something like this. Only even number. Now I hope you can write for the odd number. Function 4 you write and print 1 to 30 only odd number. Whoever write first, they can share me the function 4 in the chat. Whoever will complete first, they can share the function 4 in chat. 1 to 30 you need to print only odd number. Do something. Yes, function 3 is working. Function 2 was similar only. Just it was changing for the number. 3. 2 was working, right? 2 or 3. 2 is working. Yeah. 2 was 3 was 6. HTML file, if you are writing JavaScript, no need of live server, that you will not browser. Okay, so one person wrote the function 4. Function 4, this logic is also okay. as well as you can write another logic is also that everywhere market follow. What is that? Not equal to. I mod 2 not equal to 0. Double equal to 0, very less people will write. Frequency of writing that logic is very less. This frequency is more. What is that? The I mod 2 not equal to 0. I mod 2 not equal to 0. We will keep a habit of writing the curly bracket. Even for one line statement is optional, that we know well, but better habit will be to write the curly bracket. Okay. The reason is what? Now suppose you wrote one line statement and it is working. Later someone else he will come. He need to add one more statement. He will add one statement. Page will start throwing the error. So if it is inside a bracket, then curly bracket, then it will not be having any possibility of error. So following the curly bracket will be the best practice. Okay. Now paragraphs. Everywhere you have used the p tag, p tag, p tag. Right. Now some little CSS we can apply and we can see how we can change the look and feel of the page. Everywhere number is coming. User interaction happen to the button. As soon as interaction happen, to the button, event got fire. User click here. That's called as interaction. So user interaction happen, event got fire. Which event? Click event happen. Now click event send the request to function 4. Function 4 will come and it will do their certain functionality, and after that whichever the output is going to generate, output will be bind under the HTML again. Okay. So JavaScript we have the separate and HTML we have a separate. Based on user interaction, based on user need, it is giving the output. So when the user interaction will happen, if user click, so click becomes an event. Okay, now some CSS we can write and we can change the look and feel of this p tag. So what we will do? Go before a script. Function 4 if you are writing, write it. Then we'll go to the before a script. In head section only, before a script, we'll write some CSS. We'll write some CSS before a script. Before a script, in head part itself, we can write some CSS. Style tag open and close. Now, in a style tag, you can see here the parent element is container. Parent element is container. So we can write one line of CSS, 2, 3 property we can add. Display as a grid. Display as a grid. After that, grid template columns, auto, auto, auto and auto 4 times. So it will create total 4 column in one line. Now for p tag, you can write below a small CSS. Text align will be center. Text align will be center. Then font size will be Font size, let's keep 40 somewhere. Then right call color, white color. And then what about the background? Maroon, purple color, right? And then little margin and padding. Margin 30 px and padding also 30 px. So this will generate very good grid in one line. 4 column will come. In each row, 4 columns will appear. Okay, check now. Right? 4 number grid will generate. Auto here written 4 times. So 4 numbers are coming in one line. Auto if you write 5 times, then 5 column it will generate in one row. 5 column it will generate in one row. After minusing the margin and padding, the number of column will fit automatically. Space will be rearranged, readjust. Working. CSS also got applied for 5 column. So process is happening from the JavaScript side. Okay. Your JavaScript is doing the process, generating a number, forming the paragraph, forming the layout is the task of CSS. CSS is forming the layout. HTML is the place where you are forming the layout, and JavaScript is processing the data. So all three are for the different purpose. HTML has given you to make the layout. CSS has designed the layout, as well as JavaScript is processing the data. So this file we created for what purpose? This file we created to understand, okay, how you are going to generate the content using the JavaScript. How you are going to generate the content. So only one line you have generated, that is called paragraph, right? So there will be requirement in the future where you will get the data from the backend, and that data you have to convert into proper design. An entire HTML you have to form through the JavaScript only. Okay. So this loop was just simple for loop what we have seen. Next example will be where loop will run like similar, but the control structure will be different. It will not be the for loop, and it will not be 1 to 10. It will be the data from the array. Data will come from the single dimensional array, and the loop will run through the map function or maybe for each function. That is called listing function. So let's close this file and come to the next. Next file you create data binding 6.html. Data binding 6.html. In data binding 6.html file, HTML head, previous file you have some CSS code, that CSS you can copy. CSS what you wrote in the previous file, that CSS code we can copy and we can keep here. The design will be similar. Then next you will open the script, and after head again will follow the body tag as well. The button was there in the previous file. We will get the same button. Add the same buttons here. Write in the beginning one h1 tag, JavaScript, and single dimensional array. JavaScript and single dimensional array. Right here call city list. Next call user list. Next call book list. Next call product list. Okay. Now you require a place where you will print it. Div id equal to containers. More data we can write. Okay, so CSS you have added. Script is open close. Body tag is open close. Buttons be added. Each button different function is calling. Function 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a place where we will display the data. ID, container. Now we need to go to the script. Write the function one, fat arrow method you follow. This is called fat arrow method. Okay, instead of writing the function keyword, we use here called arrow. It's called double arrow. So in the term of JavaScript, it will not call double arrow, it's called as a fat arrow. Create a array. Create a array. Call city. City array. Inside city array, store some city name. right? Next, after this, let's try the length of the city. Alert city dot length. City dot length. We'll run this file and we'll click on first button. Hope the length should come. Right, 6. Total number of elements we have inside the array called 6. Now come down, create another variable where we will store this all the contents. Then you will follow a map function, city.map. Now map function will read individual element from this array. When this map function will start executing, first it will read the first element, that is called Pune. And after that, it will split into two parts. One is called name of the city. Let me write something else, A comma B. Now what will hold under the A and B? The map function will read the first element of your array, and after that it will split into two parts. The first element, the first parameter will hold the value of the element, that is called Pune, and second parameter will hold the position of the element, that is called as a index. So instead of writing A and B, we will make it meaningful variable, city name, comma, this one, index. So map function will read the element and it will split into two parts, their value and position. The value will go to the first variable and the position will go to the second variable. Index will go to the second variable and the value will go to the first variable. Then you will come inside and again you will write here, or if you feel this is looking very difficult in the first instruction itself, so hold on. Okay, cut that. We'll see in the next multiple function we have. So write the for loop itself. I equal to 0. Reason to start from 0 is inside the array, the value have stored. The first value is available on 0 position. Your Pune is available on 0 position under the city variable. So I equal to 0. I less than how much? We cannot predict manually. So we'll write here city dot length. City dot length. how many elements we have available inside the city, the loop should go that many times. Then I should increase by 1. So for that we follow the plus plus. Next after that, again, first to alert here, city of I. Alert here, city of I. It should give the name of all the city one by one. I, city of I. I will hold the position 0, 1, 2, 3. And inside the city you have value position wise. First 0 is Pune, 1 is Chennai, 2 is Delhi, 3 is Bangalore. Right? That way it's organized. So I equal to 0, I less than city dot length I plus plus alert city of I. Let us look into the browser. Okay. Next, you will be appending under the variable data plus equal to, again open the p tag, and inside you pass city of I. Close the p tag. Alert we can remove. We'll write after the loop document.getElement by ID. Which ID? Container dot inner HTML equal to data variable. Try, hope it should print name of all the city. I'll come in 1 minute. Okay, so hope it should give us the list of city from the array. Something like this. Okay, then printing list of city. Next function you write that will be based on map function. This is for loop. To read the data from array, you are not going to use the for loop much. Okay, it will become your code will become complex. You have to take care of increment, decrement, plus, minus, variable name, array name, many things. Okay, so we can write next function 2. Function 2 said like get the user list. So write the function 2 here. Function 2 first create a variable user as an array. Put some name of your friend. Something we added. Next, after that, again create a temporary variable where you will keep the content after processing the data. Next, after this, we will run a map function. User.map. User.map. Now from user array, map function is going to read individual element, and after that it will split into the two part. First parameter will hold the name, value, and second parameter will hold the position. Value and position. Next, after that, again similar concatenation we have to do, and after that, using inner HTML, will pass to the browser. Data plus equal to open the p tag, right? Close the p tag, right here call hold on. Okay, so full name is nothing but, see now what is happening, like from user array, the first example what you saw, you are reading the element position wise. But in the second, map function is helping you not to start the where should be the starting initial value, what is the length, and how it should increase. Those all the techniques are already exist under the map function. Map function says like you give me the array name, after that remaining I'll take care. Where to start and where to end, that map will take care, and one by one it will read. It's called a listing function. Now come down and again you write document dot get element by id container dot inner html equal to, we can use the same variable, it's called as a data variable. Okay, hope you tried second one. Check once. Second should work. City list, user list. City list and user list. Third function is called book list. So function 3, we will write using the for each function. Exact like same. How the map function will work, same like for each will also work. Function 3 you write var 3 var 3 write another variable book where store some name of the book, Node.js, React, JavaScript, JSON, XML, HTML. Okay, next after that, again create a temporary variable. Next, you will write your array name dot for each. For each, E will be capital. It works same as a map function. But in React JSX, you can't use for each. In React JSX, map function is associated function. For each is not associated with the JSX. Both the functionalities are going to happen similar. So here also you will write called book name as well as index. Okay, book name and index. You will do again data plus equal to concatenation. Put inside the p tag book name and close the p tag as well. Okay. Next after this, again document.getElement variety line after the for each, and it will give you the similar as your map function work as well as for loop will work. It will read the data from the array and display inside the page. Right? Let's check now. City, user, book. Let me know. 3 functions are working. Now fourth function will be your task. You can try that one small. Function number 4 you can try. Okay, and we'll see you tomorrow.